I'm going to start by pulling some cards for you on this relationship that you have on your mind. I'll start with some oracle cards. And I'm asking in this first draw here, just to sort of set the situation so that you can tell whether or not this is your reading. So please and thank you, Spirit, for the best and highest good of all involved. What is it that you could share with them about this relationship that is on their mind? All right, we have pregnancy. Someone's expecting. Confession. Someone has something to tell you. Wow. Health is on the bottom of the deck there. I'm going to fill it in a bit. That's pretty specific. That's really specific. So that is either a big yes or a big no for you. But let's go further here. Because it could be, pregnancy doesn't necessarily have to be birthing a child in this case. It could be wanting to build something together. Okay. Let's take a look here, please, Spirit. A couple more cards to help fill this out for our viewers. Magic and abundance. Very nice. On the bottom of the deck there, we have Guardian. And I'm just going Mama Bear. Look very clearly here. Mom and her cub. Bear right underneath. So it's a strong message for some of you that are possibly in the family way. That July is going to be a time to have to make this confession. Spirit wants to possibly speak with you about that. And then I'll read these cards to you. We have magic. Choose to know the truth because you can open your inner wisdom. You can see through the deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So we have birth. We also are talking about truth, and we have confession here. Abundance. The sacred buffalo. Cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storm of life. Fill my life with goodness. All right, so please then, Spirit, now that we have laid the situation down, that's pretty specific, let's take a look at what it is that they have to share with you. Please and thank you, Spirit. Let's fill this in a little more. What is this topic? Well, the topic's obvious. What is this message? What is it that they need to know about this confession, this communication, this truth, this pregnancy? We have the Two of Wands, the Chariot, and the Four of Swords. And this is Wild Reflections deck. And we have the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck. All right, the first thing that I would like to note here is that I have a woman on one side, a man on the other. I have the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck as the underlying energy, and the Chariot moving forward as a team. So I think possibly we might be talking about a situation where working together going forward is what is on your mind. That there's been some things here that I'm seeing, obviously, with the man and the woman on either side. It's kind of in this Five of Swords on the bottom is sort of giving me the impression that there has been some, not so good issues going on in this relationship. And now you have this surprising type of situation going on. And something that you obviously need to communicate with this person that you may not be with, because I have the Two of Swords here as well, right? Which is, sort of like this crossroads, that there was perhaps this event of an argument or just incompatibility or some issue of the two of you not being together. And now it's do or die, make it or break it. All right, so Spirit, what is it that you would like to advise them on? If this is resonating for you, then let's keep going forward. I have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful. Crossroads again, right? Being emphasized here, where this wheel is definitely turning with or without your input, that this thing is happening. All right. What more for them, please, Spirit? Navigating this Chariot, this working together, this balancing of energies of these two. What is it that you would like to share with them about that? The Five of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. So that's 3 of the 5s on the bottom, on the deck, on the table. We have the Knight of Cups here. So there's been a lot. There's been a lot of things between you and this partner, this person that you are involved with here or are involved with here. And working with them, right, is in between all of these 5s. Just like back here, we have the Chariot. In all of the mix of all of this, this 5's energy, which is change, right? But it's change in ways that, have made you very unhappy. So again, they're focusing on, let's talk about working together and moving forward as a possibility. Here we have the Knight of Cups, right? He brings this cup full of healing, right? And potential and feelings. Okay. And then I have the Ten of Wands here. Keeping that, and right next to it, the Ten of Cups. Just how beautiful in the world. But we're just going to keep going and going. Oh my gosh, I'm stopping there. Let's talk about what I just pulled out here, right? They're saying the end, right? The end of all of these 5s, this Ten of Wands, is a completion of the way that things have been in those actions and things. They're talking about making a transition into this Ten of Cups. Here we've got this happy little beautiful family, a couple little kids, in the world, flanking with this Wheel of Fortune. Powerful energy for opportunities going forward. These things ending and changing, they're saying that there is potential here. Here's the Hermit. Inner reflections. Let's talk with them about this more, please, Spirit. I've had a rough road with this relationship here, it seems. And you're shining some light on this and saying there's some options, there's some opportunity. So let's talk about that. What is it that they need to know about making that Chariot work going forward? You have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Moon on the bottom of the deck. Now, the Moon is about our inner structures, our belief systems, the things that we operate on without really knowing, why we might do something or feel a certain way. It's just because it goes back to how we learned in our pasts. So we had the Hermit, and there we have the Moon. And the Seven of Cups is about looking through the confusion, right, of all of these things that compile you. All of those 7 cups are your different philosophies and ideas and the things that weave together to make your personality and make you who you are. And that's built on foundations that we learned in our childhood. And what I'm seeing here we have the Seven of Swords. And in the traditional deck, the Seven of Swords, he's carrying a handful of swords and he's leaving some and he's walking away. For me, that card is really about lessons learned, taking the things that you have learned, the useful things, the things that are for your best and highest good. He's laying here on this 10 of cups for your best and highest good and the goals going forward. Taking the things that you have learned about, I'm hearing, not doing relationships well. All of these fives, that could be a lot of arguing and discontent, not a lot of good communication. Look at what kind of communication it takes to have the chariot go forward and balance. It takes harmony, and it takes very clear boundaries, is what I'm hearing. Very clear boundaries. Like each horse knows exactly what it is supposed to be doing as a team. And that is what they're recommending is going to be the solution for getting this, for having this relationship go forward, because you have some beautiful cards here for the potential. Beautiful cards. That this could work out very well. This Queen of Pentacles here, she has everything that she needs in that garden. She's self-made. All right, so Spirit, I want to ask a question. It's fine for one individual to be doing this work, right? It's fine, and it's a good thing, and it brings this Queen of Pentacles on, this sovereignty and self-sufficiency in your relationships and in your world. But if we want the chariot going forward as a team, well, that takes two. So Spirit, the thing that I am feeling I want to ask about this is, again, beautiful if one person does this. And this is what brought it to me. There's one person here. If only one person is walking this path, then what, Spirit? You can't make another person want to do that work. So what is it that you recommend is going to be best for our viewer who is resonating with this going forward, their actions, their personal actions? What is it that would be best for them, advice for them going forward? Strength. Look at that. How beautiful. This is also about building bridges of trust. And here's that Nine of Pentacles, flaking that Queen over here. Sovereignty. And we have Death, and we have the Page of Pentacles. Beautiful energy, beautiful cards. This path of this inner work, right? Of doing this work about past relationships and how you want things going forward and what is good for you, what is healthy, is what I'm hearing. Brings on this great transformation. And what I'm hearing is that either way, right? If this, regardless of what the other person does, they're saying that we all have, single, 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 single. And that's meaning like, because we have two women and two men. And we were talking about, you can't make another person do the inner work, right? Only you can be responsible for you. And they're saying that that's all that you can do. And I'm seeing a lot of letting go of attempting to try to have another do that by you gaining your sovereignty, your self-worth. Look at all this strength that is acquired from that and how this turns this wheel. And that this has impacts on the individuals around you. Not that, you can magically change someone by changing yourself, but you can certainly change relationships and the way that they proceed and the depth and the level of potential that they take on can absolutely be impacted by your own personal change. And what I'm seeing is almost like the potential for following suit, like meaning you do you worry about you being the very best that you can be in every moment, of bettering yourself, of being your authentic self. And you don't worry about being responsible for others and their path. You worry about your own path. And by doing that, it's like you inspire. So the very best thing that you can do in this situation is to just worry about you worry about changing all of these fives. Let those fives change because we have this wheel of fortune here. Let that change come about. And it's going to be one that's inside you when you're done with relationships that are in this five energy of just competitive or combative. That's not for your best and highest good. It's not for anyone's best and highest good. And they're just saying, you worry about you. You do you. You do the very best that you can. And if that relationship is yours, that will come to you. And I hope that helps. And I wish you luck and a beautiful day. And thank you for watching. And you take care of yourself.